time. And exhale. Now seal your lips. Continue this breathing movement in and out through the nose. As I mentioned many times before, yoga is all about the breath and not about trying to do a whole bunch of crazy stunts. Just do what's right for your body and for your breath. If anything becomes too much, just relax and go into child's pose. All right, bring your arms out to a T. I invite you to scoot your hips over to the left side of your mat. Bring your knees close to your chest. Now send your knees down to the right. And if you have space, bring the chin to the left. All right, back to center. Put your hips over to the right. And let your knees fall over to the left. Gaze can go to the right. Have the space. Open up the other hip. All right, bring yourself back to center. Put your hips over towards the center. All right, bring your legs flat, right in front of you, flexing your toes. All right, get the camera moving the wrong direction. There we go. Flexing your feet. Keeping your left foot planted. As flat to the ground as possible. Now bring your right knee into the chest. Hug your knee in. You can also lift your left leg up a little bit, engage the core. Or you can leave it flat on the floor, whichever works best for you today. And breathe. A little more of a stretch in that hip flexor. All right. Bring the left foot down. It's already been where it was raised. Now extend the right leg up to the sky, flexing the foot, stretching out the hamstring on the right. Hold here for a few more breaths. Bring your hands to the hips and gently let your right leg go to the right as far as if it's comfortable. You may even use a wall if you have one close by, which I know to be foolish can be very helpful. So kind of bring it out and up a little bit. If you have a wall for assistance, that's nice, or if you have a strap, that's good, or you can always also grab your right leg, your right hand. Alright, bring it back to center. Keep your hands on the hips. Now let it go over to the left. Keep your hands on your hips so things don't go too wonky. Keep everything in line, in alignment. And once again, as mentioned earlier, you can grab a strap that I may or may not have left in another room. Actually, I got an extra one here. That you can hold on to with one hand to open up the hip. Alright, bring it back to center. Tuck the knee in. Extend it. Now bring opposite leg in. Knee of the nose, or as close to your nose as possible. We invite you to extend the right leg. If it feels good in your body not, just keep it flat on the floor. Concentrate the breath while open up the hip flexor. And you can tell by this music, we're about to get moving a little bit. Stayed in chill vibe a little too long, so I'm gonna do my normal and go back a couple tracks movement. So this time we'll show you guys put a strap onto the other foot. If the wall's not available, to open it up, but still give you some level of a boundary and keep your alignment. So put your right hand to your right hip and open up the left hip flexor. Point your left foot up and breathe. So that's probably this last round. So I'll show you guys both ways, with a strap, without a strap, and also with the wall. Alright, back to center. You may want to grab both ends of the strap, get a nice stretch in. Now, grab the strap with your right hand. Hand goes to your left hip. And now open it up to the left. Sorry, to the right. And depending on how tight or loose you are, you're probably going to feel this way more than the opposite side. But just breathe into it and don't force it. Whatever you do, not force it. That's rule number one, uno, in yoga. Never try to force anything, because you will snap some stuff up and regret it later. So I'm telling you now, don't try to do everything your teacher tells you to do. Do what's best for your body. Just like a weightlifting, train with intensity, but use smart intensity. Alright, back to center. Let it go. Shake the legs out a little bit. Now rock side to side. And meet me at the top of the mat in tabletop pose. Yeah, I'm mirroring you guys, so I'm probably maybe in the front, maybe it's the back, but if you guys on yoga before, you already know the drill. Move the camera up a notch. Another reason why, if you're yoga instructor doing a streaming class, be one song ahead. All right. So now I come to table pose, all four. So make sure your knees and hips are aligned, elbows and wrists aligned. Take a deep breath in, let the belly drop. Inhale for cow, exhale, round the back out for cat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more round of cat cows. Okay, take your right arm, Gaze go up to your right fingertips. On an inhale, exhale. Thread that right arm underneath your left elbow. Bring your head down towards your mat. Left hand can either go to the top of the mat or to your back. And breathe into a nice shoulder opener. All right, come back to center. Now, same thing with the left. Bring your left hand up. Gaze goes to the left hand. On the inhale, exhale, thread through the right shoulder. Bring the right hand in front of you and breathe. Shoulder opener on both sides. Now, so it's a reminder for myself before doing this in my next live class, throw another slow song in between. All right, come back to center. Bring both hands in front of you. Open up keep your legs spread open. Knees wide, see your hips back. Hands go forward to your mat in the child's pose. Child's pose is probably a nice, excellent pose doing yoga. Anytime you get tired, exhausted, can't contain your breath, come back to child's pose because it's more important that you maintain your breath and try to get the pose right. Once again, focus on your breath versus trying to get every single pose right and do it best your body. Take care of yourself and don't worry about the person on the mat next to you. Alright, come back up. So now we're at that point we can start building some heat. Back to the table. Gaze goes in front. Bring your right hand in front of you. Left leg goes back. Like you're trying to kick the wall behind you. Also make sure you don't have anything in your way. Like I did just now with my headstand mount. Back to table. Right hand goes up, left leg goes back behind you as you're trying to kick the wall behind you. Maintain your core, so don't try to like waggle back and forth. Try to stay still or roll left or right. Focus on right in front of you. Gaze in your fingertips. All right, bring it down. Switch sides. Bring it down. Alright. Right arm goes in front of you, left leg goes out. Inhale, exhale, breathe knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Extend. Breathe out. Inhale, exhale. 3 more times. Oh yeah, PS, reason I'm not updating my laptop. This is pretty much my laptop's capacity at 45 frames per second, which is good enough. Alright, switch sides. Right leg goes behind you, left leg in front. Take a deep breath in, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. On 3 games I won't run on my current machine, and if Stellar Blade runs on the second to lowest settings at 45 frames per second, I'm good. I know Clair Obscur is the best game ever made since sliced bread, but not worth me upgrading my PC for, and definitely not doing the Dark Ages.
Because I heard that one was a little overhyped and not as good as Eternal. So yeah, keep my current specs. All right, one more time. All right, let it go. And the one advantage about doing a live stream, you can be a little more slid than normal. All right. Back to our table pose. This time, lift your knees up about 1 inch. Just an inch. And hold it. Bring it down. Bring your knees up an inch. And down. One more time, up by an inch. Hold it, hold it, hold it. All right, let it go. Rest up in the child's pose. All right, whenever you're ready, come standing at the top of your mat. Oh boy. All right, let me put this boy right on top of the NES. Yeah, you heard that. You heard me right. This is a yoga studio / classic game room. All right. Top is close to your mat. Arms overhead, hands to the ceiling. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Forward fold. Halfway up, forward fold. Actually, there we go. Hands go overhead. Bring your right hand to your left wrist. Stand to the right. Gaze goes to the left shoulder. Back to center, switching sides. Center, catch the arms out. Hands overhead, inhale, exhale. Forward fold, halfway up. Way up, exhale, come to your mat. Try to work it down, so close push-up. So bring your elbows close. You can even do this on your knees. Come down to a push-up. Then up dog or cobra. So we can do up dog first. Then from here, she hips back in a dog facing dog. You also have the option of just doing this. Supported plank, low push-up, cobra, and child's pose. Then we even have like modified plank, cobra. Then play around with some locust, and then just shoot your hips back into child's pose. Whatever works best for you today. All right, let's go to slow in. Now we're going to basics. Let's get started. Hands overhead. So right, center, left, center. Out to T. Hands up. Forward fold. Halfway up. Come to your plank. Try to work it down. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Bring your hips out into a V. You may also want to like pedal your feet left and right. This may be your first official down dog of the day now that we've actually started to warm up. Alright, we're about to add on. So now, lift your right leg up to the sky. Knee to nose. Back up. Send your right foot in between your hands. Bring down your left knee. Arms go overhead. Crescent warrior. You may want to put a blanket underneath your knee if your knee is super sensitive. As you do this back opener. Now back to center. Bring your arms somewhat forward. Left hand goes in front. Right arm back. for a twisted lunge. Back to center. Back to standing. Forward fold. Halfway up. Shuttle rocket down. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg goes up. Knee to nose. Back up. Come down to your crescent lunge. Arms overhead. Twisted warrior. Back to center. Come to your plank. Shoulder rocket down. Up dog or cobra. Downward dog or child's pose. And we'll get ready for a new round. Inhale, gaze goes in front. Jump, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway up. Taper in. Hands overhead. Twist to the left. Center. Right. Heart opener. Arms go overhead. Down. Up. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Now I go back to the first set of sun A's. Right knee in, right leg up. Come now, you either on your knees or you come up to a full lunge. Hands go overhead. Exhale. Open arm crescent. Back up. Come down to your plank. Chaturanga down. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg goes up. Knee to nose. Back up. In between your hands. Back to crescent warrior. Exhale. Open up. Twisted warrior. Back up. Hands go back down. Back to your plank. Chaturanga down. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Come down to your knees. In the child's pose. Alright, come back up. Standing. Meet at the top of your mat. Figure now would be a good time to play around with some balancing poses. So, bring your right foot to your left calf. Kind of open it out a little bit. If you got the flexibility, come all the way up to your thigh. But if you feel like you're going to pull something, go back down to your calf. And whatever you do, don't go to your knee. Listen to your body. Start with your hands, the heart center. Or bring your hands overhead. Keeping the gaze that's not moving for a tree pose. Alright, come back down. Switch sides. Deep breath in. Arms overhead. Alright. Shake it out a little bit. Add a little more challenge, a little bit hip opener. So now, since we did the hip opener on our backs, we're gonna now do it standing. So bring your right ankle right above your left knee, right on your thigh, but not on your knee. Inhale and exhale, kind of come down to a squat, engaging your glutes as you come down, and open up the hip. You can bring your hand, keep your hands heart center like I'm doing now. Some people have extra flexibility, they can like hold on to their feet and their knees or even bend. But if it hurts your back to bend over, don't. And stay up straight. And concentrate on that hip opener. See if there come more breaths. Alright, shake it out. Doing an opposite leg. Alright, back to center, shake it out. Let's come to child's pose for a few breaths. Recalibrate our breaths. Let go of any stumbling or falling that may have happened. Couple more breaths. And we are ready to be in down facing dog. Shake your hips out a little bit if you need to. But come to your dog. Alright, right leg goes up. Knee to nose. Back up. Bring your right foot in front of you. Turn your left foot out 9 degrees. So your foot is pointing directly at the wall behind and pointing in the opposite direction. So you're at a 9-degree angle. Come back up. Extend your arms out to a T for Warrior 2. Squaring off your hips. Arms out to a T. Hands come down to your forearm. Forearm comes down to your knee. Extend the left hand above you. You can directly above you, or you can extend over this way a little bit in front of you. Gaze goes to your left hand. Back up to Warrior 2. Bring the left foot in a little bit. Scrub the hips one more time. Bring the right hand down. Left arm goes up. In the triangle pose. Gaze goes with your right foot. You may want to grab a block if you have one, or just kind of go for the floor with your fingertips. Squaring off the left hip. Maybe you want to put your hands here. Make sure they're squared off, and then bring your left hand up for a half moon pose. And yes, I lied. I threw a more balancing in here. All right, bring it back down to your runner's lunge. Back to a plank. Try to work it down. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. So you can see the footwork a little bit better. Switch the angles. So now bring the left foot here. Turn the right foot out to 90 degrees. So this foot is pointing that way. Lunge in this foot. Arms come out to a T. Left hand to left knee. Arm goes straight overhead. Or turn it outwards. Back to your Warrior 2 on this side. Straighten the opposite leg. Bring your hands down. Gaze goes towards the other head. And once again, make sure your hips are lined up properly. You may need to adjust more or less depending on how your body is. Gaze goes opposite side. Gaze now goes to your left foot. Oh boy, messed that up. Bring your left hand down. Right leg goes up. The half moon on the opposite leg. All right, bring it back down to your lunge. Back to plank. Shoulder working down. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. And we'll do it one more time. Seeing things going on in chat. Nothing heard in chat. All right, so back and down facing dog. Right leg goes up. Knee to nose. Back up. Warrior 2. Side angle. Back to Warrior 2. Straight up the right leg. Switch up a little bit. Now we're going to triangle. From triangle. And now we'll go back into that half moon. From half moon to runner's lunge. Plank. Shoulder working down. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. And as mentioned, as I do in live classes, shuttle ruggers are optional. If you get too tired, you can cut them out. All right, left leg goes up, get nose, back up. The foot goes in between the hands. Warrior 2 on the opposite side. Side angle. Extended warrior. Square out the hips. The triangle. Gaze goes towards the left foot. Left hand goes down, right foot goes up. The half moon. Alright. Right as low as you can. Try to work it down. Up dog or cobra. Down facing dog. Alright, knee back, stand at the top of your mat. Alright, this time, bring your knee up. Then you probably can even like do a toe bind if it doesn't hurt your back. Or you can stay here. Squaring off your hips. Maybe you want to put your left hand to your left hip. And now gaze goes over your left shoulder to something that's not moving. And open up the right hip towards the right. Alright, bring it to center. Now switch. Left knee goes up. Gaze over to the right. Open out to the left. Keep your hips squared off and centered. At the center, shake it out. All right, come back to seated. And actually bring both feet in, close together to your body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Forward fold. And this nice hip opener stretch. Come back up. Bring both legs out straight. Bring your left leg over the right. Take a deep breath in. Raise both arms above your head. Right arm goes behind you. Left elbow goes into left knee a little bit. Gaze goes over the right shoulder. Alright, back to center. Switch legs. Arms go overhead. Gaze goes over the opposite shoulder. Alright, back to center. Hips will be nice and open. And we probably got a little bit more in us, so raise your legs, your arms. You're gonna do a little bow. And of course, people mowing the lawn while I'm doing the yoga class. Breaths. Let it go. Alright, come lay it flat on your back. But we're not going to sleep yet. Our chorus pose. Get hips up to the sky. For bridge. Bring it back down. Bring your glutes up again. You may want to bring your hands underneath your arms. Bring your hands underneath your glutes. Get a little bit more of a back bend. And full wheels in your practice. Okay, bring back down. Winch them up your legs left and right. Do this one more time in the back bend of your choice. Inhale and go into your back bend. Alright, let it go, come back down to your mat. Bring your knees to your chest. Shake your hips left and right. Bring your arms out to the T like we did at the beginning of class. And this time, scoot your hips over to your left. Knees come over to the right. Gaze goes over the left shoulder. Alright, back to center. Scoot your hips over to the right. Let your knees fall over to the left. Gaze goes over the right shoulder. Hips finally feel a lot more open than they did at the beginning of class. Alright, bring everything back to center. Bring your legs, your arms out to the four corners of your mat. Take a nice big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep breath in and out. There's nothing else left to do. Final relaxation pose, chorus pose.
Slowly bring sensation back to your body. Look at the fingers, the toes. You may even shake your head left and right, yes or no. Bring your knees back to your chest. And now kind of roll over to your right side. Letting your head rest into your right arm for fetal position. And now using the strength of your arms to bring yourself back up to a seated position. Take a deep breath in. Arms go overhead. Hands to the center. Bring it down to your chest. It was an honor practicing with each and every one of you this afternoon. Namaste. 45 minutes on a dot. All right, and the stream. Check everybody else later, and peace. Happy Columbus Day.